we going to have a banking crisis? I don't know. Should we be concerned? Yes, we should be concerned. The FDIC insures up to $250,000 per person per bank. A lot of these depositors, the majority of those that went and wanted their money or had money in the bank, they had more than $250,000 in there. They were over the FDIC limit. So the good old Fed comes in and says, oh, that's okay. We are going to give you all of your money back. I thought FDIC insurance had a limit. Oh, it does. But we're just gonna overlook that limit because it's Silicon Valley Bank. Are we gonna overlook that limit for every bank? So the other thing that I have been reading is that these small community type banks, these small regional banks are the ones that are going to be in trouble this time, not the large banks where they have more assets. It's going to be the smaller banks. So Silicon Valley Bank was fairly important, right? Because they had some pretty big people there. What happens when it's a smaller regional bank and it's some of us nobodies, and all of a sudden they don't cover anything over $250 for us? Now, one would think, oh, Mary Jo, most of us don't have that kind of money in the bank anyway. Oh, I beg to differ. If you are a farmer and you have a whole bunch of excess money, or you've just sold a whole bunch of grain, and all of a sudden you have a ton of money in an account, what's going to happen if your little regional bank decides that they're going to go under? Are the good old feds going to come in and save us too? Or do we, with our taxpayer money, we just get to save the people in Silicon Valley because they're more important? That's the part of this whole thing that ticks me off more than absolutely anything, is that if the FDIC is going to insure up to $250, then insure up to $250. But we're picking and choosing who we're saving along the way, which is what we always do. So then why do we even have a rule of $250? For the people that can't afford to fight it, how does this relate to infinite banking? It is why we do infinite banking. It is for us to have control of that money. $250,000 is not a lot of money to a business owner and a farmer. A lot of us have that kind of money sitting in the bank waiting for inputs, to pay for fuel, to pay for fertilizer. And it doesn't have to be today. What happens when it's the end of the year? What happens when it's the day after you sell cows? What happens when it's shortly after you have a great payment or sign a new contract for your business and you get this big payment in? If we haven't spread that amongst banks, we are going to be in trouble as well. Creating your infinite banking policy will give you access to the cash. You don't have to worry about a run on the banks. The policies, the companies have always been there when these sort of things happen.